factory race bike, sounds like a factory race bike, and it's as close to a factory race bike as a mere mortal could ever hope to get their hands on. This is in fact a Team Surf Detergent Pro Circuit race bike that was campaigned by Jeff Glass, who made privateer sponsorship a thing back in the 80s. He was synonymous with bringing companies like Red Bull and all the rest that eventually came in. And this thing is bristling with chicory front to back. Now, keep in mind, in 1988, this was the best 250 money could buy. Cycle World said it was the fastest 250 they had ever tested. The forks were nothing short of magic, stock out of the box. Those are the cartridge forks, one of the best years of right side up forks ever. The motor is an absolute rocket ship, and they took this bike, the same bike that Rick Johnson won 8 rounds of the AMA Outdoor Motocross Championship and won the 88 Supercross Championship Series on. A lot of privateers are racing this bike because it was the best thing. It was the closest thing to having a factory ride. Jeff Glass got as high as a 6 in one of the Supercross on one of these. He regularly ran in the top 10. He was a contender. Used to watch him on TV and at the Nationals like Southwick. And I always bought surf detergent my whole life anytime I went shopping because I figured anybody that supports our sport, I'm going to back them up too. And this thing is bristling with chicory and unobtainium, unlike you'll ever see on an 88 CR250. It really is a works bike. This came from the Jack Weaver collection. Jack has had this bike for about 30 years. I remember first seeing it at his mom's house many, many moons ago. He had it in her living room, and it looked, well, exactly like it does now. It looked brand new. Jack is a professional painter, a restoration guy, and had a world-class collection of 120 classic vintage, mostly motocross bikes. In fact, that Yankee twin-cylinder 500 right there, that machine, that's one of Jack's bikes. But we're just getting around to bringing these to market again. This one we've had it in the shop for the last 6 weeks or so, just drooling on it, eyeballing it, doing pictures and videos of it, and it's an absolute freaking diamond. The thing that struck me about this bike the first time I saw it, I think the first thing was the aluminum tank. And if you look closely, there's a twin ram air at the top of the fuel tank here. There's twin ram air ducts that feed straight into the air box so that when you're doing 60 down the straightaway, it would fill the air box with air. And if you look at the subframe, this is a complete works subframe here. It's all aluminum. The air box and the subframe are all welded aluminum. Look at the quality of the welds on this thing, man. It's a works subframe. Just absolutely kick-ass. And of course it has the white plastics, which really make it stand out. The suspension is by Pro Circuit suspension, Showa suspension, done up by Pro Circuit. Pro Circuit was one of the sponsorships of the team. Also, running VP fuel in it. Just a beautiful piece, man. The forks, the front tire is a new Dunlop front tire. You can see the front brake rotor is new. The calipers were redone. The forks were redone with new boots, a new white front fender. This is all exactly the way Jack had it. He had the graphics done on this. Scott Stewart was one of the team riders. He's got the Renthal crossbar pad, Renthal grips, black levers, quick adjust shorty. This is exactly what a factory or works bike or top privateer would have ridden in the 88 series. The original radiators on the bike are perfectly straight. The one on this side has no issues. The one on this side looks excellent also. Has the white shrouds, custom green and orange surf detergent racing team seat with an extra thick foam on it. It was taken right down in the frame and redone with a freshly painted frame. All the suspension's been redone. It's got a gold chain with a Renthal sprocket. You can see it's got the Renthal sticker on there. It's a brand new Renthal sprocket and chain. New Takasago XL rear rim laced to well, it looks like a Works hub if you check that out. That looks like a Works hub to me. Super lightweight CNC machine with the oversized Buchanan spokes. The Nissan caliper, you can see, look at zoom in on the hardware on that caliper there. I mean, this thing's never touched the dirt. It's all brand new. The hub is really a work of art on this thing. The swing arm's in pristine shape, as is the chain adjuster. It has new inspection covers here, new slider. Just a spectacular piece, man. Pro Circuit Racing Factory ignition cover. And zoom in on the engine here. You got to check this out. This is a Kian carburetor, the twin air filter. The engine was built by Vernon Racing. They were one of the teams that sponsored Surf Detergent and Jeff Glass. You can see it's engraved with the Vernon Racing. It's imported, polished. The head's been decked. You can see it has a new base gasket, new head gasket, new ignition cover gasket, all new hoses. It's essentially like a time capsule, time machine back to '88 and pulling a factory race bike off the line at the Nationals, doing the claim rule where you could buy one. Really unique piece. It has the IMS super stock pegs on here. Malcolm Smith Racing, polished aluminum shifter, new rollers. It's, you know, to take a bike like this, to take an 88 CR down to the frame and do a full frame up build like this with a Vernon Racing engine, pro circuit suspension. The fuel tank alone, if you could find someone to make one like this, you'd spend north of $1,000 on that. The subframe would be probably well north of $1,000 also. And then all the trick components on here, you're gonna spend thousands of dollars just on the componentry, and you're probably looking at 70 to 100 hours of shop labor easily to do a complete restoration like this with the new frame paint. If you look at the frame paint, it's up here, up by the tank. It's all been beautifully done. It's a spectacular piece. It has the Honda Motorsports Racing Professional graphics on here, the silver and white, where it goes really nice with the polished aluminum tank and the Renthar bar pad. I mean, it's probably the trickiest 88 I've ever seen, and I've seen some done up like Junior's bike over here. We've got, check out this 500. That's my son's 500. That has Olin suspension front and rear, but that's brand new 2024 components on an 89 chassis, right? This one here is what is more period correct. This is what a works rider would have ridden back in the day. Even the front hub, check out the front hub too. The front hub is another lightweight aluminum piece with the oversized spokes. Really trick. I mean, it's nothing. And they painted this. Check out how they painted the side of it white, and the center of it is all light. Well, there's still some polish on here. That who detailed this one, Ronnie?
I did, sir.
Buddy. Let me throw you under the bus again, huh? So Ronnie, when it went to the detail shop, I personally washed the bike because I wanted to get my hands at every nook and cranny on this thing and examine it closely. And Ronnie did the full detail on it, polished the hubs, polished the wheels, went through the whole bike. Jack even went through the trouble of clear coating the pipe for some reason. I haven't done that before, but I guess it keeps the finish really nice. Has a pro circuit factory racing clutch cover on this side, and you can see, zoom in out and show them all the new gaskets. It's a brand new engine. Wizard, this was on Wizard's bench. Can you zoom right in here? Can you see that really good? Yeah. The green base gasket, the green clutch gasket, the water pumps rebuilt, all the hardware on the engine's new. Wizard went right through the bike, did a engine compression test. It's 200 PSI, which is stout. Changed the radiator fluid, changed the brake fluid, changed the gear lube, put a new plug in it, and serviced the filter. And it's essentially a brand new bike. Now, you got to check out the frame rails, guys, in the bottom of the engine cases here. Can you come down here and show them this? Now, most factory race bikes, Doug Henry would destroy in two motos. I've seen him flatten the frame out. This one here looks like it just came out of the box in 1988. Can you zoom in on the weep holes here, Ron? Right here, you see that weep hole? Usually quite often those will be rusted out or missing entirely because they've welded and bonded the frame and everything. This frame rail is probably the nicest 88 I've seen yet. And zoom over to the linkage here. Check out the linkage back here. How beautiful everything is back here. It truly is like a works bike. Everything's brand new on this bike, even the inspection cover. So good. Well, let me put it this way. I've never seen a Team Surf detergent bike come up for sale ever. Jack bought this from the person that bought it from the race team originally, like, I don't know, 35 years ago. So just a really super rare piece of moto history. I wouldn't change a thing on it. Wizard already went through it and did the full service. It's ready to go. If you wanted to take this to Daytona and run the Supercross next year, if Rick Johnson wants to come out of retirement and pull some holies in the 50+ class, this would be the perfect weapon for it. If Jeff Glass, one of those guys, wanted to make a comeback in the vet class, it would be like putting on an old pair of shoes. A lot of trick washers on here. Show them these trick drilled out washers and the trick hardware. It's like having a custom. I got my greasy paws on there. It's the only problem with the white bike. Can't put your greasy paws on it. Super Trick hardware everywhere. Even the shock body has been polished. Trick hardware for the mounts on the pipe. Everything's new on it. The pipe mounts, water pumps, brand new, all been redone. Just, you know, it's truly like a works bike that was designed to go to the line at the Nationals. Instead of the Nationals, they pushed it in the museum, and here we are 35 years later drooling on it. Spectacular piece. Cool touches like the Dunlop tires have the white logos on them. Some really cool graphics on this thing. The tank and airbox and subframe are complete unobtainium. It's not something you can just order. It works like components. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We can ship this anywhere worldwide for you. We also offer financing in-house through Freedom Road, and we take trades. So this is a no excuses world-class weapon right here, guys. And there's only one. There's one in the world available today. This one, and it's priced reasonably. You couldn't buy one and build this, you know, exactly like this without jumping through some major hoops and spending a mountain of cash. This one's done. It's the real deal, and it's ready to go. Thanks for watching. God bless America.